Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at a few mods I have done to my new LEGO Ideas Blacksmith shop. And if you haven't bought it already, I highly suggest buying it. Now, we're not going to be looking at an in-depth look at this because I've already done that in a previous video. You can go and check that out on the card in the upper right-hand corner now. Today we're going to be turning this set into, as you can already see, a Winter Village-y type set. But before we go ahead and do that, I'm going to talk about my first mod, which is actually modifying the minifigures. Now, I stated in my review of this set that I really don't like yellow minifigures. It's nothing against the actual design of LEGO's minifigures, it's just I tend to prefer the skin tone minifigures, and if I was to make a city or a village, then I would be doing them in skin tone, like most LEGO licensed themes. Now, as you can see, I've got rid of all of the yellow on these minifigures, apart from the archer's torso. There is no way of getting rid of that without rubbing off a print, and I don't really want to do that. But we're going to go through these heads one by one, and I'll tell you which ones I've used, and hopefully they give the same sort of appearance to the ones LEGO used with their design. Now, believe it or not, these are all Star Wars heads. I don't know, I just have a lot of spares in my collection, I guess. But I'm going to go through here, starting with the female knight. Now, this is actually a Leia Tantive 4 figure. Now, obviously, taking a look at the LEGO one that comes in this set, it has that band across the forehead. And as cool as that band is, unfortunately, there is just no skin tone variant that has a band across the head. So I thought a nice, fierce female face print would do wonders for this character. Moving on to the archer. Now, this is actually Rey's head, and I have so many of these because Rey was in pretty much every single sequel set. And I actually really like this head. I think it's a really good head, and it really does fit this character. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the sort of winking face as if she's aiming down the bow, but you know, we have to make a few compromises when we're transferring yellow to skin tone minifigures. Now, one that I don't think we had to compromise with was the male knight, and I think this one looks amazing. The General Dodonna head really works perfectly for this character. And this is one of those cases where it literally could be an official LEGO minifig, thanks to the head just working so well with that hairpiece. I really like this minifigure, and I think it might be my favourite out of the lineup with the skin tone head. Now, moving on to the blacksmith. Now, this is actually using a Han Solo head from the new Microfighter, but if I'm totally honest, you could pretty much use any head in this situation. It's got a beard and hairpiece that cover up most of the face, so as long as it's a skin tone head with some form of face, I really don't think it'll matter too much. Moving on to the second thing that I've done to make this set just that little bit extra, I have added a soft glow to the lantern on the front of the house, and as well as the forge and in one of the rooms. Now, the way that I have done this, and the people that I've shown have all asked me what kit I used a custom one from Light My Bricks. It is literally just some white 30cm lights, as well as a flicker board and a small battery pack. The first one was hidden underneath the forge, just underneath the tiles on the top of that light brick. So you can still use the light brick, but I honestly prefer this look so much more to that really ugly bright red brick. The same flickering effects was used for the lantern on the front of the building, as well as a candle in the bedroom. You can't really see the one in the bedroom, and you know, that's just something that you kind of have to deal with. But if I'm totally honest, I really like the way that this looks when it's all lit up. It really is just one of those sets that's begging for a light kit, and I'll be really curious to see what official lighting kits they do for this kind of a set. But if I'm totally honest, in this situation, I really do believe that less is more, and you can do this lighting mod for under $20. Or if you have any spare lights from other LEGO sets, then you can just use them in those. This really is a easy lighting mod to do, and you saw it in the cinematic. God, it looks nice. And the final thing that I did to modify this set, and I don't know if you guys can quite see it, but I put snow everywhere. Again, this is one of those sets that's just screaming to have snow put everywhere. And I know a lot of people are going to ask me for quote-unquote instructions for this, but I really didn't have anything. I just bought a load of white bricks off of Bricklink and went to town just placing them everywhere. The only specific brick I actually bought as part of this Bricklink haul was those Nexo Knight shields in white. I really do believe you have to replace some of them. The roof, unfortunately, is just not one of those things that you can add bricks to make it look like a winter village, or snow has like piled up on the roof. You really do have to replace some of those bricks. But like you can see here, it really does complete that snowy look. And honestly, the rest of the white bricks on this thing are literally just pieces from my collection. I literally just raided my parts bin, and yes, I ordered some off of Bricklink, for as many white bricks as I could, strategically placing them on the ground and adding a few white plates to the existing plates that are there to just build up this snowy look, and using things like those popcorn pieces to look like there are snowballs. I put a lot of snow build up on the roof to make it look like the snow had just built up there, and that snowman out the front is actually a Harry Potter snowman from the Advent calendar. I just replaced its witch's hat with the Scrooge hat from the Charles Dickens promo. I think it's a really cool hat, and honestly I don't think it'd be very expensive to just go and buy it on Bricklink if you wanted to have a snowman just chilling outside your blacksmith like I do mine. Another thing I really like about this mod, and they were bought specifically, was those claw pieces and those clip pieces that are studded in under the roof with the claw pieces sticking out to make it look like icicles. It's a fun little technique, and honestly I wish I had more. I even attached these white horns into the lightsaber pieces that hold up the blacksmith sign as if water had dripped off of them and formed icicles below the sign. Now, I can't wait to display this blacksmith in my glass case. Again, I think it's just one of those sets that's so perfect and fits right into that fantasy bracket that I really, really like. I really don't think this is one of those sets that you have to necessarily display at Christmas time, even if you do this snowy mod. I really do think, again, in most games, they have a sort of wintry, snowy section. And again, this just reminds me so much of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I know they have a snowy section in the game as well, so again, I'm just going to leave this in my glass cabinet because I believe it looks so nice. Now, are there things that I wish I could change on this mod, or something I didn't do as quite eloquently as I would like? Yes. Obviously, if this was a winter set, then I feel like it would have a lot more white plates on the floor, and I didn't want to buy all of these plates and replace them because they have a lot of studs, and I didn't want to quite commit to the snowy effect because I didn't know how it would look. But honestly, now I might go back and actually change this and make them white because I believe that it could look really cool. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing what lighting kit they do actually come out for this, and the main reason is because of the way that these floors are set up. You can't really get a wire from the first floor into the second floor. Now, I've done it in this way where the wire comes out of the window and then goes up through the next window, but without 2 battery packs, I really can't see a good way of doing this, and I'd be really curious to see what companies like Light My Bricks and Game of Bricks come up with in terms of lighting solutions. Again, I just want to shout out things like Wicked Brick and I Display It. There are companies that make acrylic cases for these kind of things, so if you don't have a glass cabinet and you want to put this on a shelf, I highly suggest protecting it in some form of dust-free case, as because it's white bricks, dust gets everywhere and you can see it. And this is certainly something that if I didn't have a glass cabinet, I would be buying day one. But thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I just want to give a massive shout out to all of the members that have become members on this channel. If you guys are interested in becoming a member, please hit that join button below next to the subscribe button that I assume you've already pressed. And remember that any tier 2 or tier 3 members do get their name in the intro cinematics. When I do decide to put an intro cinematic in my video, your name will appear on there. And don't worry, all you tier 1s, your name will appear on the screen right now, and I thank you so much for just helping out the channel in your little way. And speaking of people helping out in their own little way, thanks so much for 6,400 subs. That is a ridiculous number, and I thank all of you, the people who are just subscribed for the Harry Potter stuff, to the people who watch every single video that I put out. I've gotten to know a lot of you through my Discord server. If you want to join, the link is in the description below. And for those of you who are already there, remember the Brickhead competition in the Discord ends very soon. If you guys want to be part of the next competition, go ahead and follow the link in the description to the competition chat. See how you guys can get featured in one of my videos. I'm going to start doing this thing on the outro of my videos. I'm going to be posting fan art, so if you guys want to draw fan art, again, post it in the Discord and I will see it and put it in one of the videos. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Like I say, I've been ill for the last couple of days, hence why I haven't been uploading, but things should go back to normal now, and I will speak to you guys in the next video. Goodbye.